Here we go, Kendal Calling 2024, 4 days and 90 hours and an amazing weekend is what happened for me. And this is where it all started. Friday morning it started for me. It all kicked off at 5:30 on Friday morning when my alarm went off, and by 7 o'clock I was up at BBC Radio Manchester where Holly made me a brew and I went on air and did my normal Friday morning segment. I got home as quick as I could, and at 10 o'clock I was picked up by the lads, and I was travelling this time with Andy Howard, aka Fats, and Andy Dawson, who was helping us out as well. We hit the road. It's an amazing drive up to Kendal, innit? It's just absolutely beautiful. And when we did arrive, we went to artist accreditation, checked in. I always love seeing Portaloos because it just means I'm in my happy place in a field somewhere at a festival, and I love it. Big shout to Revivalry as well, by the way, who did the amazing promo in all the toilets backstage. Once we'd done all that, we decided to set the tent up and decided to have a walk down to the main site to see what was going on. And it was absolutely buzzing already. Loads of people had been there since Thursday. We'd got there Friday, and it was just a great atmosphere. We had a mooch about, then went back up to where we were staying, went back up to the tent, had a bit of a chill. When we'd done that, it was time to go back down because I was working on Woodlands Stage on Friday night at 11 o'clock. And obviously we wanted to check out some bands first. We jumped in the artist shuttle bus, had a quick drive down to the main site, got there pretty quickly. We had a bit of a walk then as well, checking out some great stages. And of course we went to the green room, great setup there, loads of nice things happening, loads of stuff going on. Just a beautiful place if you want to chill out and relax. Of course then it was time for the main man, Noel Gallagher and his High Flying Birds. By the time Noel Gallagher had finished, it was time for me to get to Woodlands. I've played on it before as part of the silent disco. Can I just say all the DJs I was working with this weekend were all absolutely amazing, top people. Friday night was buzzing, start to finish. All the indie tunes went down well. We finished there, had a couple of drinks, went back to artist camping where we got our heads down till early the following morning, where we woke up and there was Fats making us our breakfast. What an absolute legend. Then we had a bit of a mooch again, walked through artist camping and back down to the main site, where the first band we wanted to see was Stanley's, who were on pretty early on the Calling Out stage. They're an amazing band, top lads, and I've got to say, I don't think I've ever seen a tent as busy that early on in the day. They had Calling Out absolutely hammered. Then we went and got a bit of food, had a bit of a mooch around the site again, and I wasn't meant to be working on the Saturday, but then a message came through, could I do the Saturday? As if I was going to say no. Friday was absolutely amazing. Let's do Saturday night as well. So it was back to Woodlands for us. We had a bit of a mooch about first, saw the streets, and then it was time to go back to Woodlands for another night. Could it have been as good as Friday? It was absolutely hammered and brilliant from start to finish. So that was it. We finished in the Woodlands, headed back to camp where we had a bit of a fire, so we didn't get to bed till the early hours of the morning, but it didn't matter. We're at Kendal Calling. Sunday morning, got up again, had a bit of a mooch. We got there early again on Sunday, went to the main stage to see good friends of mine, the Lancashire Hot Pots. Absolutely amazing. To see it that busy at that time on a Sunday was just mental. It was packed out for the Lancashire Hot Pots. The place was heaving, buzzing from start to finish. When we watched them, we went for a bit of a walk, had a bit of a mooch. By this point, Fats was starting to struggle. In fact, Fats was starting to struggle quite a lot, as you could see. We carried on. We had a mooch round the site. We went and had some food at Tim Peaks. We had a pizza. I went for the pepperoni one, I know. That was beautiful. Dawson had his fair share of kips during the day as well, but then it was time to go back out for the Sunday night. It was just brilliant. The whole atmosphere this weekend was amazing. We went and watched some great bands on stage. The Raytons, though, wow. And I'll tell you what, they smashed it. So at that point, it was time to walk over to the Woodlands through the beautiful surroundings. Say hello once again to everyone backstage. There we were, about to start the third night of Woodlands Silent Disco. And I've got to be honest, last year when I did the Sunday, it was a little bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed, everyone getting ready to go home on the Monday. That didn't happen this year. It was booming from start to finish. It was absolutely brilliant. All 3 nights were amazing. It was my favourite Kendal Calling I've done yet. And you know what? I loved every single second of it. Then on the Monday morning, we hadn't had much sleep, but it was time to head home. And as soon as I got home, first thing I did was get in a shower. And then by the afternoon, I was back at Tameside Radio doing the afternoon show and then doing my Monday night indie rock and roll and new music show. By the time I got home from Kendal Calling and from working at the BBC to start and Tameside Radio to finish, it was 90 hours of absolute madness and carnage, but it was brilliant and I won't change it for the world. That is the end of my 90 hours of Kendal Calling 2024. Bring on 2025.